welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are doing a Plan With Me video for the week of November 15th through to November 21st. This particular week was actually one of our really good friends' weddings. So my husband's best friend got married on the Friday. So I decided to use this beautiful kit from Planet Beautiful to mark the occasion. Let me tell you, I bought this kit a little while ago just before Planet Beautiful unfortunately closed down. And I still haven't planned out my wedding week in my 2018 planner, which I one day plan on getting back to. And I'd chosen the art and the spread for that a long, long time ago. So the kit is sitting in one of my little albums waiting to be put down on paper. And I can tell you very much that when I got this spread, or when I got this kit rather, and I started laying it down, and now that I'm looking at it as I'm doing the voiceover and just everything about this, it made me want to use it for my own wedding week. And then I was just like, no, I can't. I've already picked out the wedding spread for ours. It was really hard to try not to put it into my album and use it as my own. But then at the same time, this particular kit was very, very fitting for our friend's wedding because unbeknownst to myself until I think the day of the wedding, actually. I don't think I actually knew the color scheme of their wedding until I turned up to the wedding. So the bride had actually chosen her bridesmaid's dresses in like a dusty pink color. The venue that they had it at was like a bush retreat type thing with a gazebo and like all the inside building where they had their reception and where all the dancing was had and all of that sort of thing. There was a lot of white woods and I don't know, this artwork gives off kind of a rustic garden, I guess, bush retreat type vibes. And I think that it works perfectly. Like, especially, again, the color scheme. I think the boys, my husband wore a navy suit with obviously the pink tie. And I think that this just, when I look at this, I think of their wedding. So I think in that regard, even though it was completely unintentional because I bought this kit like at the beginning of 2021 and they didn't get married until November after a couple of reschedules and things like that, I think I chose so well, coincidentally. And then of course I did choose to pair a silver foil with this spread because I just think, I don't know, I think gold would have worked, but might have been a little bit too much. But when I looked at it, I just saw silver. I mean, I guess it didn't help that there is a full box that you'll see me lay down on Thursday that has the engagement ring, and to me that it's silver. So to me, I don't know, just looking at this kit, I just knew that I wanted it to be a silver foiled spread. You will notice that I don't put any date dots down. That is because the only silver date dots that I had at the time of planning this video were scratched and damaged, and I didn't have the appropriate dates for the spread. So I opted to leave them out, and I will go back. I will go back in at a later date and put those in. You will also notice that when we get to my sidebar in the top left-hand corner, I do something a little bit different. So instead of putting my regular planner face page flag down, I actually opt to use a lime and mortar half scalloped circle. And then I put some deco pieces from the kit down, and then I layer my planner face script over the top. And even though it isn't the correct shade of pink, it is slightly warmer, I guess, and slightly brighter than the palette of the kit, but I think it works really well. And I don't know, it's just I need to experiment more. I've been so set in my ways with my planning style of late that I've just been doing the same thing over and over again. So I feel like, as I say it every year, but as we move into 2022, when I actually start showing you guys my 2022 spreads, I'm hoping to start being a little bit more experimental in the way that I lay stickers down, the stickers that I use, the stores that I use. Although I say that now and I'm thinking about like my planner lineup for the first like 6 weeks because I have pre-planned it. I'm using a lot of the same kits back to back, not intentionally, purely because that is what I had in my stash. Also because I'm still trying to stay on like a no buy where I'm only buying kits that are absolutely essential or for particular occasions. And I'm just really trying to use what I have. But yeah, somehow I ended up on some crazy tangent. Anywho, so as I said, the kit itself is from Planet Beautiful, who is no longer open, but this clip art, I know that I've seen it in a couple of shops, so without a doubt, if you do enjoy this clip art, you will be able to find it somewhere. Scribble Prints Co. probably still has it, and I'm sure a number of other places do. So functionality wise, my sidebar, I do the same way that I do all of my sidebars. So I do have my 2 full boxes, I track my socials, and then this week, because I enjoyed the full boxes so much and I didn't have a double box, you guys know that if I have like a double tall box, I will use that in my sidebar, but I didn't have that, and I didn't want to. I think when I put all the boxes down, I had 1 full box left, and I was like, why am I going to put that back into my collection? I might as well use it. So I did actually use 3 full boxes this sidebar. So I put my usual 2 down, did my socials, and then I decided to put in the extra full box, which I think worked really well, and it enabled me to use all of the artwork. In terms of tracking my socials this week, so it looks as though I didn't pull in an Instagram icon for some reason, either that or I lost it somewhere through the planning phase. But the planner button, the YouTube button that I used to mark my YouTube following for this week is from Planner Goddess Studio. This particular week I did have 3 days off. Yes, so I only worked 2 days, 3 days off, and I do mark my days off on a piece of washi from the kit with a rose-colored days script that I've had for the longest time. But thankfully, due to sorting out my planner stickers and putting them in reusable albums and things like that, I have been very fortunate to find a lot of stickers that I forgot that I had. So that's been really handy. So I decided to use those. I don't think I bring in anything else special that I need to mention. The foil overlays that I do use on the full boxes are a combination of Arctic Paper Studio, and I think, let me look at the texture. Oh no, I think they're all Arctic Paper Studio, just that some are matte and some are glossy, if that makes sense. And unfortunately, Arctic Paper Studio is no longer open. I did also use some foiled header overlays from Stella Bow Sticker Co. So you will see that wherever I've laid a full box, the foil overlay that I put on top of those is a Stella Bow like heart confetti type overlay. And then for the rest of the overlays, I used Whimsical Plan header overlays. To be honest, I don't even know if that shop is still open. The confetti headers that I got from them, I actually purchased through a D-stash, so I don't actually know if they still operate, but I will do a bit of a search when I finalize the video, and if so, I will link them below as per all of the shops that I use in this video. If you are new here, you will find that sometimes I do go off on a tangent. I will sometimes skip over some stickers, some scripts, you name it. But if I do happen to forget anything, or if I'm unclear as to where I got something from, or you simply just have a question about the kit, the spread, the items that I'm using, definitely drop it in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. But with that said, we are finishing up on the sidebar now and we are going to move into the day by day. So let me get a little bit of a head start and go ahead. So the first thing that I marked on Monday of this week was, of course, Coffee Monday. So I decided to mark that in with a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji sticker and Arctic Paper foiled script. I don't often use those Coffee Monsters Co. emojis anymore because they are a takeaway coffee cup, and because I've been working from home, I don't often get takeaway coffee anymore. So I don't really use those as much as I used to, but that's fine. I bring it in this week just because the color worked really well. I then, of course, marked work below that. So the work label is from the script. Now, this meeting, I did actually have a team meeting. Did I just say in this meeting, this day? I meant I did have a team meeting, and our work does this thing where, like, whenever we have a team meeting, we have to start at a different time. So my usual start time is 8:30. But on a meeting day, I have to start at 9, which absolutely sucks. And it's going to suck even more when we have to return to the office in February. We have to go in once a month whenever we have a team meeting, and it's a 9 to 5 shift. So for me, that means getting up at 7, leaving my house by 7:45, getting to work for 9, and then I probably won't get home till 6:30 depending on traffic. So it feels like a really long day, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. But anyway, all of that to say that I had a 9 till 5 shift this day. Unfortunately, this day was also a call heavy day. Basically, again, for anyone who may be new here, the work that I do, I am on a processing team, which means that I do processing work, which involves outbound calls in some situations, but for the most part, I'm processing tasks. I'm not really interacting with clients over the phone. But due to a whole bunch of work changes and just politics and stuff like that, there was this period of time where we were on calls constantly, and it just so happened that on this particular day, I was on those phone calls, which I hate. Anyway, I marked that in with a fox and cactus, like raging, flaming-eyed girl with her little headset on, her angry eyes, and her keyboard, because when I'm taking phone calls, that is pretty much how I look, with my little headset on, my keyboard in front of me, and just rage in my eyes. After work, to, I guess, let off some steam, when my husband got home, we sat down together, had dinner, and then we watched Dexter, because we were doing a rewatch of the original Dexter series before we started watching the New Blood series. And I've marked that with a TV icon from Celebo Sticker Co. And I also did play some Animal Crossing this evening, so I've marked that in with a little icon there. It's Blathers from Animal Crossing for anyone who is an Animal Crossing fan. And I just thought his colors matched well with this kit. So that is how I'm up to playing Animal Crossing that day. And then we jump across to Tuesday. So Tuesday, I was back to my regular work schedule, which is 8:30 till 4:30. And I've just marked that in with yet another label from the kit. Below that, with a little fox and cactus, hard-eyed emoji head, I guess you would call it, I did mark the Justice Tour announcement. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Justice Tour announcement, basically, put simply, is the name of the latest Justin Bieber tour. So his most recent album was Justice, and the tour was announced this day. And also, apologies, because I've just apparently gotten the hiccups. So if you do hear any unusual noises, it is me hiccuping, trying not to have it heard on camera. Probably very unsuccessfully. Anywho, I wanted to mark that in. So after that, I've then marked that I packed some orders for my business. And I've just marked that with a little present box stack from the kit and a script from Celebo Sticker Co. And I've just layered that over some washi. Following on from that, I did do a post office run to take said orders to the post. And I've marked that in with a post office script from Plannerface and a fox and cactus girl, like carrying some boxes. We did watch some more Dexter this evening, so again, I've just marked that in with a TV icon from Celebo Sticker Co. And then that evening, very out of whack, very not my usual schedule, but for some reason I did wash my hair this night, and I've marked that in with a Planner Goddess Studio script that is a custom, and a Sticker Thief washing hair girl. Also, I just realized why. It's because I was lining up my hair washing schedule with my events for the week. I don't know if I'm alone in doing that. I feel like surely I'm not, but maybe I am. Like maybe I'm just a little bit dramatic. But if you are somebody who washes their hair based on the events for the week, definitely let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious to see if I am alone or not. On to Wednesday, as I mentioned, I did have some time off this week. So Tuesday was the last working day of the week for me. So Wednesday was the first of 3 days off. So on Wednesday, I did wake up and I pretty much just lazed on the couch. And I did watch 2 movies. So I watched Mother's Day and I watched a movie called You Are My Home. And I marked that with a little Coffee Monsters Co. emoji holding a popcorn bucket. Naturally, wouldn't be a day off without having way too much coffee. So I did just mark having coffee or lots of coffees, however you want to look at it, this day. And I've just used a coffee cup from the kit for that. Again, that evening we did watch some more Dexter, very Dexter heavy over the next couple of weeks, I think. So I've just marked that again the same way as the previous days with a TV icon from Stella Bow Sticker Co. And then the last thing that I marked for Wednesday was that I did some laundry, and I've just used a script from Monica Plans and layered that over a like decorative piece from the kit. It looks like it's like a platter and a scarf. I don't know, but that's what I used to mark the washing. And then we jump over to Thursday, so second half of the week. So again, I did have this particular day off, so I have marked that in with the Rose Colored Days script over the top of a washi piece. I don't know if I mentioned that the day before. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. But this day, hubby and I did go for breakfast because my husband was off work this day. So he worked on Wednesday, but then he was off on Thursday and Friday as well, because obviously he had bridal party responsibilities. So Thursday we woke up and we decided to go to breakfast at a local cafe. So by local, it's literally like 10 minutes down the road. And we've been there a couple of times and really enjoy the food and drink there. So we thought that that might be nice. And I've just marked that in with a custom sticker that I got from Sticker Thief. But this custom was then turned into a listing. So I believe that you can now get a bunch of different couples with different hair colors and things like that as well. So if you are interested, definitely go and check them out. After that, we pretty much came home and just had a lazy day. We sat on the couch, we watched TV, we just, did nothing pretty much. So I've just marked having a lazy day in on a piece of washi, and the script that I used is from Arctic Paper Studio. That evening, I then dropped my husband off to one of the other groomsmen's house because they had a cute little sleepover before the wedding. So I've just used an icon from the kit to mark that. And then when I came home, I just had some Miggerang 2-minute noodles, or Miggerang. I don't know how you say it, but I always say it Miggerang. So I had that for dinner, and I've just used a little decorative piece from the kit to mark that. And then that evening, for the first time ever, I watched Eat, Pray, Love, and I marked that in with a Coffee Monsters Co emoji. It was one of those movies that I'd wanted to watch for a long time, and it was a really good movie, but it was so long. Like, I felt like it was never going to end. But, I mean, it was a good movie. Would I sit through it again anytime soon? Probably not, just because of the sheer length of it, but it was a good movie. Jumping over to Friday, the first thing that I've marked is the day off, or a day off. I hadn't actually slept well the night before, so I was pretty tired. I was not a happy chappy because I was tired. So I used a little Whimsical Cat Studio character sticker. She's like closing her eyes and sipping her hot coffee to mark that. Oh my God. Whenever I sit down for these videos, I can't speak. I don't know what it is. I should give up. Maybe I should do talk throughs again. I don't know. Anyway. I then watched some Workin' Mums this day, so I binged on that. I was feeling a little bit anxious about the whole wedding situation because, as I said earlier, my husband was part of the bridal party, which meant that I was driving myself to the wedding. I had to, I guess, present to this wedding alone. I had to spend the wedding, like the ceremony and the reception alone. I mean, obviously, you can mingle at the reception, but pretty much up until that point and up until the formalities were done, I was alone. My in-laws were there, but obviously a little bit different. They tend to know a lot more people because my in-laws have been friends with the groom's family for the longest time. So I was just kind of in that state of like, if my husband's not there, if my in-laws aren't there, I'm going to be alone. And I was just anxious and nervous, and it was just a whole thing. So I was working myself up about that. So I needed to distract myself, take my mind off everything. So I just watched some Workin' Mums to do that. And then I did mark showering and getting ready. So I've just used a little perfume bottle and lipstick deco piece from the kit to mark that. And then, of course, it was the wedding. So the wedding, fortunately for us, it was originally meant to be like a destination type wedding, but it did end up changing venues. Like I said earlier in the piece, it was rescheduled, I think, twice, and ended up being 10 minutes down the road. So that was convenient in a way. it meant that I pretty much had all day to just sort of chill, and then I had to leave like with 10 minutes to go kind of thing. So that was nice. Although they told us to show, I think the ceremony was marked to be at like 3, and she didn't walk down the aisle until I think nearly almost 4 o'clock. And then it was found out that apparently it was actually at 3:30, but they'd told everyone 3 so that no one was late. So it was a really humid, hot, overcast day, and we're standing there. I'm standing there in like heels that I never ever wear, and it's hot and I'm sticky, and there's nowhere to sit, there's no shade. And then to find out that we had to essentially like wait around that long was kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. I think it was like 45 minutes that we were just standing there doing nothing in the heat, shooing flies away. So that was a little bit frustrating, but I mean, understandably, I get it. I've been there. You want people to arrive on time, you don't want people to be late. So I do get it. But yeah, so I've marked the wedding just in a half box there that did have a little bouquet already printed on it. So I thought that was appropriate. And then even though the wedding was wonderful and we had a really good time, the anxiety that I felt was actually ridiculous, because it was, it was fine. I sort of befriended the person I was sitting next to at the table I was at. I did come home and I was a little bit in my feelings. I don't know why. Sometimes I just get really weird in my feelings, and I've started to really acknowledge that in the last sort of, I guess, 6 to 12 months, and I think I need to just go with it. And sometimes I don't know why it's happening. It just kind of comes out of the blue, and that was one of those days. So I did mark that in with a fox and cactus girl, and then we pretty much like showered and went to bed. So that was fun. Saturday, I was super tired because of obviously not sleeping on the Thursday night, and then obviously the wedding and the heat and everything like that. So I've just marked that on a piece of washi with a Coffee Monsters co emoji. Naturally, a headache went hand in hand with that, so I've just marked that in with a Sticker Thief bun. So we pretty much spent the day on the couch again watching Dexter, so I've just marked that in with a little Sakura Mochi Designs character sticker. We did go out this evening though, so we were obviously feeling a little bit better. We went and had Mad Mex, and then I had a coffee and some churros for dessert, and my husband, I think he probably had a milkshake or a hot chocolate. And the churros that we shared were a snack pack from Santuro. So that was really nice. And I've just marked that in with a coffee cup from Planet Goddess Studio. And then we did a Kmart detour on the way home. So I've marked that in with a Stella Bow Sticker Co bag. And that evening we watched a movie called The Hunt on Netflix. And I've just marked that in with a Stella Bow Sticker Co popcorn sticker. And then lastly, on to Sunday, I did sleep in. So I've marked that with a Paper Shire pillow over some washi. That morning we did have hash browns, and I had coffee for breakfast with that. So I've marked that in with a Sticker Thief mug. I did some laundry this day, so I've used an icon from the kit and a Monique Plans foiled script to mark that. And then we did go into Penrith that evening again, so I've just marked in that I had a Macca's coffee with a Sticker Thief coffee cup. And then we had dinner at my in-laws, so I've marked that in with a deco piece from the kit. And then I've just marked in spending some family time with my in-laws with another deco piece from the kit. And then pretty much we came home, I washed my hair, and we went to bed. And of course I've marked my washing hair the same way as on Tuesday with my script from Planet Goddess Studio and my Sticker Thief hair washing girl. But that is it, you guys. I will of course give you a little bit of a wiggle. I think I've already shown you through the leftovers just there. I looked away, but I'm pretty sure that I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, and if you do and you want to see more content like this, then please give my video a like, pop a comment below, and of course, if you are so willing, subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified when new videos go live. Anyway, that is it from me, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye for now.